I just wanted to talk to you about what I've been doing with Duke for the last 2 weeks. So we had a few sessions that were in the house where we would practice around here. But a lot of what I did with Duke was just get him out of the house and go practice in public spaces, go to places where I knew we would see dogs. Are you excited? He is, yeah. Good boy. And then just go to those places and work on behaviors that he already knows. So, for sure, every time I brought him out, I had my treat bag with me. I had it loaded with dog food and yummy treats so that I could be rewarding him when we're out. He did great with people and kids, but it's definitely the dogs. The dogs were the thing that if he saw them when we're in the car or when we first got out, he might do a lot of staring at them and then bark. Overall, I feel like he did really good. I do not, like, he's not aggressive. I think he just gets loud and gets excited. He's been living, you know, with 6 to 4 other large dogs here at my house, and he plays great with them. So they're off leash, they play, they run around. He is fine the entire time. So it definitely has something to do with him being on the leash. I did try using different body harnesses, front attachment harnesses, and I could like hold him in place and work with him, but you know, it made me nervous if he ever maybe decided to like go jump towards another dog or do something. If I wasn't like perfectly planted and he just had a collar or a harness on, I'm afraid he would pull me. So the head harness worked the best, and he really doesn't seem to mind it too much. So I did want to go over what I've been using with him. This is called a gentle leader, and the easiest way to put it on is make it a T. Okay, know that it's going to clip above the head. Good. Come here. Good. It's going to clip back here, so not down low on the neck, but up high. So you make it a T. Good boy. Then you pull the loop up and through, and then that goes over his nose. So it's going to go over his nose and up behind his ears right there. So let me see. Good. Sit. So when you're putting it on, make the T, right? So it goes here. Pull the loop through. If he maybe didn't want to put it on, he's really good, but you could give a treat and put the treat through the loop. He's like, what is that? Smell that. Okay, so that way he's eating while I put it on. Typically, if we were going in the car, I left it off of him until we got there, okay? And then once we got out of the car, that's when the training started. So the leash actually hooks right here underneath his chin. Good boy. All right, we won't use it right now, though. Good boy. Even though he does really great when there's not another dog, the problem is you kind of never know when another dog might pop up, and so you want to be ready. So I would just be using the gentle leader on him whenever you go walking. Good, easy sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy, watch me. Yes. So when we're out, again, I'm just working on the basic cues. So a lot of what I'm doing right now. So when we're walking, I'm walking him on my left side. I'm rewarding him as we walk along. I'll do another video where I'm out walking him in my front yard. And then if we saw another dog, there's a couple things you can do. So if he just sees the dog and he looks relaxed and he's not barking, you could reward him. Like you literally are rewarding him for looking at the dog, but not reacting to the dog. So we're trying to just help him get a good positive emotion when he sees another dog. So I see another dog, nothing scary happens. I'm getting a cookie from mom or dad. Life is good. But if he kept staring at the other dog or started barking, we want to redirect him. So that just means I'm going to ask him to do something else. So typically, right when I got him out of the car, I immediately would ask for a watch me or a sit. Okay, so I'm immediately getting him into training mode. And then as we'd walk around the parks, I'd be rewarding him. If bicyclers came by, kids on their scooters, dogs, strollers, we would go off the side of the trail. I would ask for a sit and stay. And I would just sit there working on our stay until they passed us by. So that's a lot of what you saw in the other little video I sent. So let me just demo a stay for you. So Duke, come. Sit. We'll do palm up for sit. I'm gonna go into down. I use a hand, arm extended for down, down. And then watch me for eye contact, right? Duke is looking at you. He's thinking about you. If Duke is looking out the window and looking at somebody else, that's where his brain is. If Duke is watching a dog come down the street, that's where his brain is. You can get his attention back to you by asking for a watch me and rewarding it. Good boy. Stay. So if I'm doing a stay in the house, I can move around. I can get more distance. I'm always going to come back to Duke for the stay. Good boy, stay. But if I was out at the park, I would either be doing stay and just not moving and being here next to him, or if there was a dog coming by over here, I'm going to put my body in between the distraction and Duke. And I wouldn't be doing any walking around. I would just be focus on me. Yes. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. So going back over the stay, start hand cue like a stop sign. You're going to reward him throughout the stay. So even if you do walk away, you would come back and treat. Or maybe I'm treating multiple times as distractions are coming behind me. And then when the stay is over, pat your leg and say, okay. So that tells him that he can get up. Good boy. Yeah. A lot of times I might call him to come. So when we're on the walk, we might be going forward, and then I would just start to back up and call him to come. If I'm in the house, I can back up and call him to come this way. Duke, come. Good boy. We did a little bit of touch. Duke, touch. Yes. Touch is a nose bump to your hand. Good. Ready? Duke, touch. Touch. Yes. So, good touch. Good boy. So, way to redirect him to get him to focus on something else. If we were out walking, and so say maybe he started to see another dog or get really excited, and say I'm working with him, but I can't get him to settle down. I don't want to sit there and just like struggle through it and try to overpower him. I can't do it. What I do want to do is give him more distance. So I want to take him and move him away from the other dog or whatever the distraction is, and then I can start working on a stay, on the watch me. I can work on letting him look at the other dog and just rewarding him for basically him not reacting. But distance is your friend. So if you're ever in a place where he is just not listening, he seems totally overwhelmed, step away and give him a lot more space. We're rewarding a lot during this process, and what we're trying to do is first off teach Duke that, hey, when other dogs come close, check in with me, that I give good things, but also to help him love seeing other dogs, right? Because if he starts to learn, man, every time these other dogs show up, mom and dad are giving me treats and they're praising me, I don't need to be scared, I don't need to be nervous, I don't need to start barking, I just need to be checking in. Okay, so that's our big goal with distraction. If I'm standing in front of him and he keeps like looking around me, I'm gonna move with him and just try to use my body to block between him and the other dog. Good, okay. Good. Share our list. I think that is about it. I guess the other thing would be jumping up, but he is actually been really good about not jumping up. If you were first having people over to the house, you might have him out in the yard or in a bedroom or in a kennel. And then bring him out, but when you bring him out, you might bring him out on his head harness and a leash if you think it's somebody he might jump on, right? If we think he might jump on grandma, you set it up so that he cannot jump on grandma. So I would be bringing him out. Let's go. Good. I would ask for a sit. I would be rewarding the sit. If he was too excited, you do all this on the leash just so that he physically can't run up to the person. Oh boy, but tell him what you want him to do, which is sitting. Watch me, focusing, yes. Okay. Don't just wait for him to jump up and then you try to correct him. Tell him what you want from the beginning, which is to sit, lay down, stay. Also, other family members and friends, make sure that everyone knows that if Duke jumps up, that they need to turn away, okay? They need to move away. Do not push him down. Do not pet, good boy. Do not give him any attention for jumping up. But we do want to give attention for laying down. Good boy. Good. Good, Duke. Okay.